Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
K-pop's biggest lies. Wonyoung, line distribution, manufacture music, and virtual idols.
we haven't heard a lot from Wonyoung.
1. Why Wonyoung is public enemy
I
number
left her
1.
alone
Her
for a
sin is being
minute.
born with the audacity to be young, beautiful, and successful in a world that claims to crave those very things. Her skills aside, it's a festering envy that she's living the life stans fantasize about while they doomscroll in sweatpants. The pattern's textbook, Yuna, Suzy, Jenny, all it girls crucified for the crime of being too good at their job description. Wonyoung's just the latest scapegoat for fans who'd rather tear down a girl since she was 13 than confront their own inadequacies. But let's get specific. The Produce 48 rigging scandal? A convenient bludgeon for haters to justify their vitriol.
Wait, hold up. Wonyoung is the one from IVE, right?
The visual.
So she's hated now? I thought she was like the it girl in Korea.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I think people are also quick to turn on you too as well.
What's going on here?
Never mind that Wonyoung didn't rig the votes herself. She's the shiny trophy of a corrupt system, so she must burn. The fact that she survived the fallout, rebuilt her career with IVE, and now dominates charts? That's
But you know what I like? Since we
What?
stopped reacting to that K-pop news channel where it's all about fashion, you don't see Wonyoung no more. 'Cause
Yeah.
at that one point, I was like, every video was like Wonyoung, Wonyoung, Wonyoung. I'm like, okay,
Wonyoung's
enough.
fashion.
salt in the wound for fans who'd rather see her crawl. Success is her crime and her sentence is perpetual scrutiny. K-pop sells the lie of intimacy. Idols as friends, lovers, family. So when Wonyoung dares to act like a professional, polished, camera-ready, controlled, fans scream fake as if they've been scammed. The strawberry incident? A masterclass in delusion logic. How dare she eat like she knows she's on camera in an industry that fires idols for gaining 2 kilograms? The outrage wasn't about the strawberry. It was about fans realizing their bestie is a product. These same stands drool over meticulously choreographed reality shows and scripted live streams, yet clutch
I
pearls when
could
Wonyoung's aware of
understand
her
how fans fall for it over and over and over again. It's like you want to the whole point, these are idols, they're to be idolized. And when there's a crack in the idol, then it starts to become disappointing and you feel let down. But then the cycle begins again with another idol.
I don't know. I mean, I understand how kids can fall for it. I don't know how adults keep falling for it. Like
What do you think is the age group for IVE? The people who likes IVE?
I don't know, but it's no, it's not. It's adults fall for it too, because you see like grown ass men being like, you know, all idolizing these
You have to
girls.
understand the culture too.
It's I don't understand. Kids, you know, kids don't know any better. It's okay. You know, they think that's what life is like. No, whatever. Adults though, what? I don't know.
job. The demand for authenticity is a trap, a way to police women into performing vulnerability on demand. Wonyoung's crime? Refusing to play along. So let's body shame her because that's the industry's favorite blood sport. Wonyoung's body isn't just
Never seen that
discussed,
brand
it's public
before.
domain. Too
Me
thin?
either.
She's promoting unhealthy standards. Never mind that the industry forces this standard and she's just surviving it. The same fans crying body positivity turn around and fat shame lesser idols, exposing their concern as performative garbage. Wonyoung's physique isn't the issue, it's the industry's refusal to diversify, using her
That's my thing with K-pop spy. Like she never gives context. So like if we
Yeah,
know what's
I'm
going
trying
on,
to
it's
understand.
okay. But here I don't understand what happened. Like why is she not? Because last time we reacted to her, like it even got to a point where it's like, okay, she's too much for me. Like it's every video is Wonyoung, Wonyoung, Wonyoung. Okay, I don't want to see Wonyoung no more. Like, but now she's the
Yeah.
enemy number one. Like what? I don't get it.
as the human shield for systemic abuse. And let's not forget the gender double standard. Male idols get praised for dad bods or charmingly lazy visuals. But a woman's worth is measured in rib visibility. Wonyoung's trapped in a lose-lose hellscape, doomed if she gains weight.
I don't know if male idols get praised for dad bods though. There is a standard too for male idols.
In Super Junior, there's bigger
There,
members.
there is the guy, the fat one, yeah. But
And then there's other groups too that they're a little bit bigger.
I don't think they get like oh, good job, you big. I don't think it's that, because like look at Stray Kids, for example. You know, they trying to be in shape, and you know they're, you know, have abs and everything. So it's not. And
Do you think they have abs?
who, Stray Kids? Yeah, they have abs. But like, you know, in terms of like bigger idols for women too, there is Twice, that one member, she's bigger. 21, Park Bomb, I think. She's a little bigger. So there's bigger idols here and there. But I don't think they're praised, nor are they, you know, like really picked on either. They just kind of, it is what it is.
I think it also if it's like a group, as long as there's other visuals, I think it all balances out. Like, okay.
Yeah, I just don't. I feel like male also idols do have like a standard, like and set look. Like they kind of have to be like in shape and skinny. Yeah, for men is easier, of course, because they can get muscular, so they, they can eat a little more. The metabolism is
Mm-hmm.
faster, so it's easier. I'm not saying for women they have to eat less, because if women were allowed to build muscle in K-pop, then it would be different. But they can't. Like women have to be slender. Period. They can't like be fit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little hard. So it is harder for women. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying it's not, but I do think men also have a certain standard to uphold.
Wait, doomed if she doesn't, and even beyond wait, clips of Wonyoung blinking go viral as proof she's a pick-me. While TikTok therapists diagnose her with narcissism based on a 3-second smirk, these aren't critiques. They're fanfics of resentment crafted by nobodies desperate to humble someone they'll never be. Algorithms reward rage, so stans weaponize it, laundering their jealousy is social commentary, and let's expose the cowardice. These haters don't engage with her music, her performances, her humanity. They reduce her to a meme, a punching bag for their own failed dreams. It's not criticism. It's harassment with a hashtag. Wonyoung's flaws are why she's untouchable. The over-awareness of cameras?
Mm-hmm.
That's survival instinct in an industry that discards girls for a single unflattering angle. Her robotic perfection? A shield against the very hate mobs demanding she be real. She's not just playing the game, she's winning it, and that's why they want her head. 2.
But anyway, guys, let us know what happened with Wonya, because I don't really know what caused what this
I
commotion.
don't know.
Last I
Did
saw,
she
she
say
was.
something? Did she
I
do
don't know.
something?
Last I saw her, she was like the it girl in Korea. Like
Mm-hmm.
all the ads, like they were even pushing the narrative that she's like the it girl worldwide. But I was like, no, she's not. She might be a it
Mm-hmm.
girl in Korea, but outside Korea, nobody knows her. But now everybody hates her. I don't understand it. Anyway.
K-pop's obsession with formulaic songwriting is a creative lobotomy, a systemic erosion of artistry disguised as market strategy. The industry's reliance on musical blueprints, those cookie-cutter structures, recycled chord progressions and sanitized surprise-free compositions has turned what should be a vibrant art form into a conveyor belt of auditory fast fashion. But before we
But
torch
I
the
don't
entire
think this is unique to just K-pop alone.
What?
They're using formulas to create music.
Oh yeah, for Eurovision, definitely. Now the
Mm-hmm.
last couple songs that I don't know if you guys follow Eurovision. If not, it's like a song contest in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Each country submits an entry,
Yes.
and they compete. Uh, so yeah, the last couple submissions were perfectly lab crafted, winning songs,
Mm-hmm.
like formula followed. So it's yeah, I don't think it's K-pop. I think it's whatever's
Yeah.
whatever hits. Everybody
Yeah.
tries to like copy it.
But this is like a discussion that's always commonly had in music, like what we distinguish as a good artist as opposed to just being an industry
Plant.
plant.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, copying a certain sound works until it doesn't. Like it works a little, like when something hits hard, then you can keep remaking up to a certain point. People get tired of it, and then something new comes, something creative. That's when hits. So it goes in waves. So it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of like you can keep using the formula, but then until it's too late. Then you have to switch it up. So
Mm-hmm.
I see BP, so I'm sure we're gonna talk about Blackpink. I think Blackpink maybe
Oh.
used that formula for too long. I think not Blackpink itself as a group, I think it was okay because they haven't dropped nothing in a minute. But I think what went wrong was Lisa tried to use Blackpink formula, and it didn't work. So because now everything has changed.
Mm-hmm.
So now Blackpink, as they come back, I don't know, they have to reinvent themselves as a group. We'll see what they can make up to say do 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 do. It's not gonna work. I don't think if they could drop like something like do 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 do, I think it's gonna flop. They have to come up with something new.
system, let's dissect the anatomy of this rot. From the suffocating grip of the Teddy formula to the TikTokification of track lengths that's left songs gasping for air like over-edited Instagram reels. First, let's talk about formulas. At its core, a song formula is just a recipe: verse, pre-chorus, chorus, repeat. Sprinkle a rap verse and a climax with a high note. But in K-pop, these formulas aren't guidelines. They're handcuffs. Take YG's Teddy and his assembly line bangers for Blackpink. Every track is a carbon copy scaffold, synth-laden intro, chanted pre-chorus, drop, heavy instrumental chorus with no singing, post-bridge group shout-along. It's effective, sure, but I dare you to sit through a Blackpink playlist without feeling like you're listening to the same song dressed up in different clothes. The problem isn't the formula itself. It's the refusal to evolve beyond it. When every Blackpink title track feels like a remix of the last, you're not building a discography, you're running a franchise. But let's not scapegoat Teddy alone. G-Idol Soyeon is equally guilty. Her formula? Slap onomatopoeias over trap beats. Let Mian float a featherlight pre-chorus. then drop a minimalist instrumental chorus with a bass line recycled from last year's B-side. Her title tracks are Paint by Numbers Rebellion, squandering her versatility to feed the algorithm's hunger for familiarity. But who can blame her when each comeback is bigger than the previous? Formulas exist because they were wired for pattern recognition. When a chorus hits at the 58th second, our dopamine spikes. We predicted it. But this neural crack is also why formulas backfire. Listen to Stacy's Teddy Bear followed by I've Siam, and you'll notice the same DNA. Verse builds tension, pre-chorus teases, chorus explodes, bridge drops to halftime, and a final chorus. It's satisfying, until it's suffocating, by the
I mean, as annoying as it might be for a fan, not for a fan, I guess for a fan it's not annoying, for like a casual, because I would say I'm a casual. I'm not like really a fan of nobody per se. Like there's certain songs I like, certain groups I like more than, but I'm not like a fan or stan of any group per se. I'm like a casual K-pop listener. So for me, from my perspective, she's absolutely right. Like this, like, and that was my criticism of Lisa. It's like every song is the same. But I feel like for the fans, stans, they eat it up no matter what. Like look at Blackpink with all the dragging she's doing of Blackpink right now. She's saying, "Oh, all the songs sound the same." They might be, but look at the numbers. Everybody, the fans still play that shit. So
why
it works.
why as an artist you wouldn't want to replicate that again if you already seen it work?
You would.
Because
That's why you keep replicating it.
yeah, because they
yeah.
have to meet a standard for the label too
Yeah.
as well. They don't get to freely create until they are independent and they can really take a loss, afford to take a loss. Whereas, when there's investors involved, they are not in a position to take a loss. They want to make the money.
I think so too. I think they keep doing it until it flops. So it didn't work for Lisa. Now is Blackpink gonna take what Lisa did and take a note of that and do something else? Or they're gonna try to do the old Blackpink? I don't know. We'll see. And if it flops or not, we'll see too. If they do something, I mean,
that's why I was kind of looking forward to everyone's individual drop, because this is their moment without their previous label, and we get to hear what they want to sound like and make their own choices.
Right.
So to see Lisa come back with the same kind of sound that's really familiar of Blackpink, it's kind of like goes to show you that maybe Lisa is not in direction to be an artist per se, but is just doing this, to turn around a profit.
I feel like everybody gave us individuality, but Lisa. Lisa kind of stayed with the Blackpink concept.
Yeah.
Everybody else, Rose.
Or at least close to the Blackpink.
Yeah, Rose, very personal album, like just pouring out her heart, whatever the relationship she had. Jennie, very experimental, a little bit for everybody. Jisoo, not
She
much.
gonna stay in her lane.
In her lane,
in her culture,
simple songs, catchy, nice, very good K-pop songs. I like it. Honestly, very good album. For only 4 tracks, but for me, 3 out of 4 are bangers. So, the 4th is just a ballad, not like slower song, not my style. So, but yeah. So I feel like those 3 girls gave us different. Lisa gave us,
Or at least the archetype, like each role that they kind of fit into Blackpink. We saw that with Jisoo with her role, and that, I guess, that sound is still popular. People still listening because they reflect in the numbers. Now, when it came to just Lisa solo, that she's known to be the dancer. She didn't really give us dance. She just gave us rap, which was okay, but it was a little bit repetitive, which is why I think it leaned towards more to being a flop, because this is something that we already heard before and we're tired of.
The third comeback. Group's risk. Becoming predictable. The
But
real
I still
tragedy.
listen to
Algorithms
Chill
are
and
now
Lifestyle. I think from the full album, Chill and Lifestyle are really, really nice.
I think there's songs in the album, individual songs that are good. I just think the album as a project is not. But
Yeah,
there are
I
individual
agree.
good songs.
Hitting artistry. Spotify's skip rate metrics and TikTok's 15-second virality window have producers cramming hooks into the first 7 seconds, neutering intros and axing bridges to keep songs under 3 minutes. Lo Seraphim's Hot isn't a song, it's a highlight reel. Verse, chorus, outro, no bridge, no key change, no room to breathe. It's musical claustrophobia, a track so desperate to go viral it forgets to be music. Compare this to Tate McRae's Greedy. A track, super short but still feels complete. Hot fails not because it's brief, but because it's blunt. Shortening a song isn't like cropping a photo. It's surgery. Remove the bridge and you're left with a torso. No climax, no release. In Hypen's Bite Me suffers this. A vampire concept dripping with potential, but axed mid-transformation. The chorus repeats, but without a bridge to escalate tension. The bite feels toothless. Contrast this with 50/50's Cupid, a masterclass in short form. Storytelling. It's only 2 minutes and 54 seconds, but its genius lies in density over brevity. Every second is layered. The pre-chorus harmonies escalate. The bridge swaps acoustic for synths and the outro lingers like a goodbye. It's short but complete. proving that time limits can inspire innovation if producers care to try. Formulas aren't inherently evil, they're the ABCs of music, but when producers treat them as gospel, they fall into stagnation. The solution isn't to burn the formula book, it's to rip out pages, scribble in the margins and set fire to the rest, because true innovation isn't found in a template, it's forged in chaos. 3. Equal line distribution flattens discographies. I won't be naming groups. Hi Stray Kids. A couple of years back, Changbin and Han dominated verses like lyrical assassins. Felix's demonic bass drops were nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I don't think everybody should have equal line distribution. I think there's certain that are better than others. So, like, for example, if a group is doing a rap heavy song, I don't really see why the vocalist should have the same amount of lines as the rapper does. On the other hand, if we're doing like a singing song and maybe there's like a 3 lines of rap, why would
Yeah.
the rapper have the same amount of lines as the vocalist? Doesn't make sense.
That's why I kind of appreciate BTS, because when it's a song that the purpose is to rap, it's just a rap
Yeah,
line.
we have songs. There's just the rap line songs. There's no vocal. Like I don't. It doesn't have to be equal.
Yeah.
And honestly, some people should only do ad libs. They're there for the visuals or dancing. They shouldn't be singing. They should be like, woo, ah, woo.
It's just that we
That's
get
their job.
the commentary that that these people start saying, oh well, they're not
It's the ad guys, the solo stands.
they're not
like-
showing this person's
Yeah.
not getting enough attention. Like they do that with V from BTS. Remember
Okay.
V? They say V doesn't get enough push.
Oh, push. Yeah, for his solo voice. Yeah, we did see that.
And Lee Know
But I don't think he doesn't get enough push. I think his solo genre is very like a niche genre. That's why
Yeah.
doesn't resonate with everyone. That jazz style of music is not for everyone. So you can't compare like Jungkook's pop, like literally mainstream pop,
popular.
versus like little the definition of pop music is popular. That's what it's short for. Versus jazz. Jazz is cool, but it's for certain people. Pop is like for majority.
and Hyunjin held down dance breaks with lethal precision. Was it uneven? Absolutely, because life isn't fair. Main rappers exist for a reason. They're better at rapping, forcing Felix, a sub-rapper with the vocal tone of a Disney prince, to split bars with Changbin is off. The recent balanced lines didn't elevate the group. They neutered their edge, and look at Everglow. Tracks like Dun Dun and La Dida are Mia's hostage negotiations with a company terrified of fan backlash. When Onda butchers demos and Iran's vocals crack under pressure, Mia's lines aren't unfair, they're damage control. Her 50% line share isn't greed, it's triage for tracks that would flatline without her, yet fans demand fairness. Blind to the fact that Everglow's choreography slaps because non-vocalists like Onda focus on dance, not forced high notes. Not everyone deserves a solo. Some exist to backflip in formation while the vocalists carry the tune.
I
Sorry.
agree.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a problem in K-pop. If this seems like they want everyone to have solos, not everyone should have solos. Some people shouldn't have solos. You don't need it.
But not everyone
And that's
deserves
okay.
a mic.
Yeah.
And the leaked
But maybe instead of solos, go do a modeling career. Something like that.
demos expose that. Some idols are decoration and that's okay. And let's pivot to BTS. Remember Spring Day? J-Hope's absence from the final version wasn't oppression, it was curation. The song's haunting melancholy demanded Jin and Jungkook's vocals, not a forced rap interlude. Meanwhile, Not Today let Hobie shine precisely because the track's aggression suited him. This is how artistry works. Songs dictate roles, not stand petitions. If BTS had caved to line count activists, Black Swan would have been butchered with a cringe shoe the verse about ballet shoes. But if you look at a group like New Jeans, they thrive on equal lines because their vocals are interchangeable vanilla swirls. Minji, Hanny, Heron, their tones blend so seamlessly you could shuffle their lines in Super Shy and no one would notice. But this equality works only because their sound prioritizes vibe over virtuosity. Compare that to Mamamoo, where forcing equal lines would be creative sabotage. Solar's powerhouse belts, Wass's sultry growls, Ween's velvet tones. Their magic lies in unequal distribution. Equalize that and you get audio porridge. Same with EXO. Growl and Monster are iconic because Jin, Baekhyun and Dio earned their lines. Their harmonies are Mount Rushmore tier because SM let the vocal line cook, while Kai and Sehun mastered dance breaks. Fans cried justice for Xiumin. But deep down we all know Overdose wouldn't slap if Xiumin's vocals got equal airtime. EXO's legacy wasn't built on fairness. And if we're being blunt, the rise of line distribution YouTube channels isn't analysis, it's toxic bean counting by fans. Who'd fail Music Theory
Yeah.
101? Reducing songs to Excel sheets of seconds per member is like critiquing the Last
But
Supper by
honestly,
measuring Jesus'
it's like it's interesting. It's kind of addicting to watch because I've watched them before on TikTok.
Line
Yeah,
distribution?
so you hear the song and you see everyone's part, and you're like, okay, the other person got to catch up. Come on, come on, come on. And at the end, you want to see who has the most lines.
I mean,
It's kind of addictive. It's very soothing to watch, honestly.
I don't know. I never watched it.
You should watch it one time. We could react to it. I would love to react to line distribution.
I don't know, but they play the song in the background, don't they?
True.
so
But then again, for example, what's that group from UK?
A little mix.
No, the guy group, the boy group.
One Direction.
Yeah, One Direction. One Direction have equal line distribution. You see every time they get close to almost equal a participation for the songs.
They all kind of singers though, no?
Mm-hmm.
They all have successful solo careers, I think so.
Oh yeah, just about. Mm-hmm.
Face pixels. Stans claim they want fairness, but really, they want their bias-handed participation trophies while talent gets punished. These same stans cream over Tion's 90% line share in SNSD tracks or Mia's Everglow dominance. Why? Because deep down, they know talent matters. Equal distribution is just performative wokeness for Nugu groups they don't actually care about. Just accept that not everyone needs a mic. K-pop's
You know what
refusal.
I'm wondering?
What?
Does it affect the pay? Like, do they get paid differently based on how many lines they get, or everyone's get paid the same?
No idea.
That is what I'm curious about, because then I can understand the argument for the artist saying, okay, I want more lines.
I think it should be equal. I think if it wasn't equal, it would create animosity between the members.
What do you mean, equal pay?
Yeah, because I feel
But
like
then
then
what
it would
if-
be like,
what
oh,
if-
you get paid more than I do.
What if I do more work than you on a song?
Then I mean, I don't know. Maybe you do more work behind the scenes.
Because how I think of it is like, okay, if you sing more, do you kind of get more exposure in a way?
I mean, not necessarily. It's about
you get-
camera time, though. You can sing more, but somebody else get more camera time. So
True. That's true.
it's,
Wow.
If
Wow.
about visual more so than singing.
To embrace this truth is why we get idols like Twice Stay and rapping cringe nursery rhymes and feel special just to hit quotas. Let dancers dance. Let visuals serve face and let vocalists sing. Forcing everyone into vocal roles they can't handle is embarrassing
true.
for
If
everyone.
they're not singing, they're
K-pop's
probably
equal
doing
line.
something else.
Dystopia isn't woke. It's shareholder-driven cowardice.
And if they're not doing, snip.
Labels would rather flatten songs into bland paste than risk fan tantrums. But music isn't a group project, it's a dictatorship of vision. All the examples I listed worked because talent was prioritized over TikTok petitions. 4. Let's talk about virtual idol culture, a Frankenstein fusion of deepfake tech, corporate greed, and fandom's descent into digital delirium. Like, could you believe one of
That's
Flav's albums sold over 1
crazy.
million copy? It's artistic necrophilia, where companies reanimate corpse-like avatars
don't
to
get it.
dance on the graves of human creativity. But before we torch the servers, let's dissect the grotesque duality of this trend. The cold, calculated advantages peddled by execs versus the rot festering beneath the pixelated surface. First, there's 24/7 exploitation with zero human rights. Virtual idols don't sleep, eat, or unionize. Hey, new jeans. They're the ultimate capitalist wet dream, endlessly exploitable, eternally. Youthful and incapable of demanding fair pay, Navis can drop 3 comebacks a year, tour 5 continents simultaneously and chill energy drinks at 3 a.m. No bathroom breaks, no burnout. For companies, it's slavery with extra steps. They're also scandal-proof puppets. Real idols get cancelled for dating. Virtual idols get software updates. No risk of a DUI, no pesky political opinions, just flawless pre-programmed obedience. The irony?
Experience an incredible selection of the latest equipment,
I
apparel,
think when you
footwear, and
see the
accessories, and a
companies
dedicated
Fans claim to
managing the virtual idols, is kind of showing you straightforward what would be a perfect world for the industry. Is for
Yes.
the idols who work all the time, don't date, don't
know.
have a point of view, just be a product.
Mm-hmm.
crave authenticity while standing avatars whose personalities are coded by PR algorithms. Looking at you, Plave. Then there's their flawless aesthetic. Virtual idols are Photoshop incarnate. Waists impossibly cinched, faces symmetry obsessed, movements unnervingly smooth. For marginalized talents, those deemed too fat,
But then
too dark, or
again,
too
the
old, avatars
industry
offer
is only replicating what the market wants to see too.
Yeah, I mean, somebody buys them. Like,
Yeah.
why? I don't know. I guess, right?
Because they don't just do it just, oh, we want a snatch waist.
Yeah, this.
People want to see a snatch
Yes,
waist.
somebody tried that. It worked, and then everybody's doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
a backdoor into an industry that otherwise spits them out. But let's not kid ourselves. This isn't inclusivity, it's digital blackface, forcing artists to erase their humanity to fit racist, siziest ideals. We also have creative freedom. Avatars can shapeshift, teleport, or sprout wings mid-choreo, if the company approves. But let's not confuse gimmicks with artistry. When Maeve's MVs feature generic EDM and forgettable choreo, it's clear the priority isn't innovation, it's brand-safe banality. Now let's talk about the disadvantages. Ethical rot and artistic bankruptcy. Virtual idols can't sweat, cry, or mess up. Their charisma is code. Their stage presence is pre-rendered. When they endorse skincare, it's a slap in the face to fans. How do you trust a simulation to review blush? Meanwhile, SPA's AI avatars, once hyped as revolutionary, now
Oh, what? We have virtual idols now endorse skincare products? Is that really happening?
How can they
How
do
does that make sense? I don't believe that. Like maybe clothing and shoes, like okay, you
Like
can
demonstrate?
you can put them on, like you can see it on the screen, okay, fine. But skincare products?
How I can see for skincare products that it can
What?
do like a demo to show and like the molecules like and what it intends to do,
What?
but it cannot really showcase what it actually
What
does.
next? Virtual idols selling condoms? Promoting condoms?
They could
What?
demo.
Demo? Which-
gather digital dust because fans realized watching CGI models is boring. Then we have tech glitches, live stream a virtual idol and watch the facade crumble, laggy motion capture. Frozen expressions, AI vocals glitching into demonic screeches. It's not a concert, it's a Black Mirror blooper reel. When Superkind's virtual member Sajin debuted with janky animations, fans roasted the group into oblivion. The takeaway? Perfection is boring. Humanity is meme gold. Virtual idols aren't people, they're collectible NFTs. Fans dissect their code, reverse engineer their origins, and harass the underpaid voice actors behind them. When one of Plav's members trended for his sassy replies, stans didn't praise the
I just
animators.
wondered,
They fetishized.
what's the long run with this? Like, is the intention to move to the direction of just virtual, where we don't need actual people to
I
do
think
this job?
that the fans will determine that. I think if there's a following and they can make money off this, is gonna keep it going in that
Is it
direction.
gonna get popular?
I think the only way to stop this is to not that boycott, but not even boycott, just don't pay attention to it. Because boycott, that means you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Just to ignore it. Like,
I
who
think
cares?
I've been seeing that the fifth member of ESPA pop back again.
Yeah, we haven't seen it her.
Maybe it's not working. It's not popular. It wasn't
Well,
received
apparently
well.
she's popping in their concerts.
Wow.
the AI, sending death threats to anyone suggesting he wasn't real. And don't forget that every virtual idol requires a skeleton crew of underpaid animators, riggers, and VAs, replacing what once required stylists, choreographers, and actual idols. The result? A race to the bottom where artistry is outsourced to freelancers on Fiverr, while companies pocket the savings, laughing all the way to the blockchain. Then there's content overload and real idol burnout. Virtual groups can flood feeds with 10 TikTok dances a day. No practice, no fatigue. Real idols? They're now expected to compete by grinding themselves into breakdowns. When a Eunice member fainted mid-show, some stans had the audacity to blame her laziness, not the unhinged pace set by the industry's infinite output. The question isn't whether virtual idols will replace humans, it's whether the industry will prioritize art over algorithm. For now, the answer's bleak. Companies see avatars as cost-cutting puppets, not pioneers.
Interesting.
Yeah. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.